Namaskar students. In today's English class, we are going to discuss the second poem of the book Flamingo, that is an elementary school classroom in a slum. It is written by Stephen Spender. He was an English poet and essayist. He took a keen interest in politics and declared himself to be a socialist and pacifist. He has written many books, among them the poems of dedication, the edge of being, the creative element, the struggle of modern and an autobiography, world within world. In an elementary school classroom in a slum, he has concentrated on themes of social injustice and class inequalities. Now let's discuss the first stanza. The first stanza, he is discussing about the pathetic condition of slum children. Far, far from gusty waves these children's faces. The poet says that these slum children are away from the enthusiasm, brightness, and energy. Gusty waves are strong waves. Here, strong waves of energy are missing. Like rootless weeds, the hair torn round their pallor. He is comparing the students with the rootless weeds. Weeds are unwanted plants. And these slum children are unwanted in the society and they do not have any strong foundation. They are malnutrition, so their faces have turned pale yellow and their hair fall all over their faces. Now he is describing a few children sitting in the classroom. The tall girl with her weighed down head. First child is a tall girl whose head is bent down due to burden of poverty. She is physically and emotionally exhausted. The paper seaming boy with rat's eyes. Then he tells us about a paper seaming boy. Means very thin boy. He was looking like a paper. He is very weak and his eyes are like that of a rat. He has defensive and scared eyes, might be searching for food and safety. The stunted, unlucky heir of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease, his lessons from his desk. Another boy sitting there is a victim of genetic disorder. He has inherited disease of twisted bones from his father. In contrast to these children, there is another boy who is sitting at the back of dim class. One unnoted, sweet and young. His eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room other than this. This child is sitting at the back and looking out of the window and he is dreaming of squirrel's game and the tree room. In this way, he is representing a glimmer of hope, a hope of change in the hopeless environment of the slum classroom. Now we are going to discuss the literary devices used in the first stanza. The poet has used the word far, far in the very beginning of the poem. He wants to convey that the children are far away from enthusiasm and energy. He has used simile. Simile means the comparison using like or as. He has compared the children with rootless weeds. The poet has used various metaphors and symbols. Paper seaming boy. He has compared the boy, thin boy, with a paper. His eyes are compared with rat's eyes. Gusty waves, the lack of energy, and tree room, that is the symbol of freedom. Other than this, he has used various images striking images of children's faces, their hair, and dim classroom to make the readers understand what he wants to convey. The poet now, in the second stanza, depicts bleak and dull life of slum children. Their future is gloomy, and he wants to say what type of a classroom they are sitting in this stanza. On sour cream walls, donations, he says that the classroom walls are as dull as the lives of children. They are dirty. The classroom walls have various pictures hung on, donated by different people. Shakespeare's head. He says that there is a picture of Shakespeare on the wall. Cloudless at dawn, civilized dome riding all cities, belled flowery Tyrolese valley, open-handed map awarding the world its word. Other than Shakespeare's head, there are different pictures of clear sky and civilized domes, different buildings of the cities, and beautiful Tyrolese valley showing its beauty, and one open-handed map that is offering them various opportunities and various attractions. This was not possible for them. And yet, for these children, these windows, not this map, their world, where all their future is painted with a fog, a narrow street sealed in with a lead sky. The poet says that the life of these children is confined to the narrow streets of the slum. They are trapped in it. He shows the contrast by saying that they are far, far from rivers, capes, and stars of words. Poet is expressing this contrast to convey that these children are away from all these nature's bounties, and they are away from the light of knowledge, stars of words. Now let's discuss the literary devices used in the second stanza. In this stanza, the poet has used the repetition of the word far, far. Other than this, metaphors and symbols are used. He is using fog to convey that their future is not clear. It is dark like fog. The polluted sky, lead sky, is also presented. Civilized dome here is the symbol of progress and civilization. Dome means the half part of sphere, and upper part of this is the upper part of any building. Now Tyrolese Valley, this is the symbol of nature's beauty, full of flowers, that is impossible for the students to observe in their real life. Map is the symbol of progress, hopes, and aspirations. Shakespeare head, this is everyone knows that he is a great literary figure. He is used as the literary creativity in the poem. But do you think, are they of any use for the students? He has used different images to show the contrast of dirty slum with the beautiful open nature. Now, the third stanza. In this stanza, the poet's tone all of a sudden changes from thoughtfulness to aggression. In first two stanzas, he is discussing about the pathetic condition of children. But all of a sudden, he becomes aggressive. And in this aggression, he says Shakespeare is wicked. The map a bad example. Aggressively, he calls Shakespeare wicked because it appears making fun of these children's condition. And the map, he finds a bad example. They are of no use for these children. With ships and sun and love tempting them to steal, the beautiful world of ships, sun, and love is unimaginable for these children. These pictures will tempt them to run away from their dark world to the world of adventure, which is represented by the ships and the world of rich. For lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes from fog to endless night. He has compared their houses to the narrow holes where their future is foggy, unclear. They have endless sufferings. There is no light of sun or education that can make their vision clear and help them to come out of darkness. On their slag heap, these children wear skins peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel with mended glass like bottle bits on stones. He calls them slag heap. Slag heap here, the heap of waste. These children are considered in the society as waste and they are so thin, they are emaciated. Their bones seem to be peeping through their skins and they are wearing steel spectacles which have mended glasses. This signifies that their outlook on life is also hardened with their life's ruthlessness. Like bottle bits, their dreams are also shattered by the harsh realities. The social and economical framework is there, but doesn't serve any purpose. Now, the poet's frustration reaches to its top, its peak. He says that all of their time and space are foggy slum, so blot their maps with slums as big as doom. He suggests that since the entire life of these children is restricted within their hazy slums, the beautiful scenic graphics in the maps on their classroom walls should be blotted. Instead, there should be pictures of slums which are massive and scary like doom. Doom is death. Here are the literary devices used in the third stanza. The poet has used simile, the comparison of the mended glass with bottle bits because they are not serving any purpose. They are not helping them to have a clear vision. He has compared their slums with death because they are massive and scary. Metaphors and symbol. Metaphors are the comparison without using like or as. Cramped holes. Their houses are very small, so the poet has compared them with congested holes. Their bodies are like a waste heap. Sun and ships, they are representing the images of enlightenment and adventure. Poet has used imagery of congested hole-like houses and the thin children wearing skins on their bones. Spender comes full circle. He replaces his cynicism with hope and an appeal for a new manifest for children. His tone is completely changed here. He is appealing to the authorities. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. He says he is requesting to the governor, inspector and visitors to join in order to educate and uplift these children. He wants that the maps should become windows to explore the outer world. He wants them to come out of their catacomb-like places. Catacombs are burial places tunnel-like burial places. So he wants them to come out of these burial places and explore the nature, explore the outer world in order to create a history. He is urging the break open till they break the town and show the children to green fields and make their world run azure on gold sands and let their tongues run naked into books the white and green leaves open. He says that break, oh break open and break out. He wants them to break out from their miserable, hopeless life of the slum world so that they can wander beyond the slums on green fields and gold sands like other children do. They should be given chance to read the books and explore the nature, green leaves of nature, to learn from their live examples. He wants them to create history, and he is making it clear that history theirs whose language is the sun. They should be given chance to study and to take all the opportunities of being memorable. Let's discuss the devices used in the fourth stanza. He has used the word break, repeated the word break twice or thrice to convey, to show his urge, his keen desire to give them liberty from this slum and this pathetic surroundings. Simile is used like catacombs. Their houses are like catacombs, like burial places, tunnel like burial places. He has used metaphors and symbol. Green fields are the symbol of prosperity. Gold sand is the world of opportunity and life of freedom where they can run and they can explore. And the books of white and green are the chance to read books and explore the nature. Sun here again as a source of enlightenment. Window is the hindrance which are to be removed to give them chance to go ahead in life. The images of nature are being presented here, and he feels that every child deserves these surroundings. In this way, the poet has focused on the plight of the slum children and the importance of education to allow them to come out of their condition. I hope the poem is clear to you. I suggest you to listen to it again and understand, as it is very much important from exam point of view. Thank you.